Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to our Saturday night D&D session. We're starting a little late tonight because we're on the tail end of the holidays and people are still getting back to normal schedules and getting back from vacations and stuff like that. So we're starting off with a small cast of characters, but hopefully that'll grow more towards our usual 6 as the night progresses. Recently, the party got back from the Feywild. They were led there by the Queen of the Summer Court herself, and 2 party members had some business to take care of there, namely Rashemi, our fighter barbarian, and Nat, our tabaxi paladin. But those issues have been resolved, and you guys are now back. It's your tavern, Clinks and Drinks, in Triboar. You have gone to bed for the night and woken up in the morning to birds chirping, to the clank of metal on metal outside in the backyard, and I think and sun coming through the windows. But it seems to be a rather peaceful day.
Cool.
Got a little bit of reverb from one of our players.
Yeah, that is Nat. Hello?
Yes?
Oh, I just blasted my eardrums. I thought I couldn't hear you guys for a sec. Ow.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. This day is yours. It is the morning. And do with it what you will.
Okay.
So is this once the Nat, Rashemi, and Rex are back, or is this kind of...
Yes, you've gotten back from the Feywild. You took a long rest because you were exhausted from your ordeal there. You have woken up in the morning. Stereotypical morning. I think it's fall, so probably not birds. Well, might be some birds still left that haven't left for the winter yet. Yeah, it's very pleasant morning, fall morning.
Hello?
Well,
Yes.
Nats...
You are pleased to find that during your slumber, your hair has mostly grown back to its original state.
How much is
You're
most?
going to guess that it's probably like 75% of because I did say it would take a full 24 hours to grow back, so you're probably at like a good 75% of it. So you don't look like a fuzzball anymore. You actually have,
Hair.
you just look like a short-haired fox now.
Alright, that's acceptable. So the
I'm
long
glad your hair
cloak
is
has been... Thank you. But, yeah. Nat's probably just running around, making flowers bloom and vines with thorns pop up all over the place.
Did
It's
we
like, I can do this whenever I want.
did we make any rolls when it came to the Feywild?
Okay. I can hear you guys now.
No, you guys all went home. It was just the 3 of us.
Do I remember the Feywild?
Yes, you remember the Feywild.
Look,
You guys were slumbering in the Summer Court when they were sort of tackling Nat's side quest there.
Okay, I'm back.
And
do I need to open roll 20 today?
maybe not. It depends. I mean, don't have combat plan, but it's up to you if you want to look at the map of Triboar, because you might be going around visiting locations. It's up to you guys.
It's just somehow everything got closed. And I was like, no.
Yeah, you briefly dropped out of Discord there for a second. You guys do begin to smell, you know, because you're still in your rooms, your respective rooms. You could smell some the hearty smell of bacon begins to sort of, and you hear the sizzle of the pan begins to drift up to your rooms. I don't know if anyone in the party is, but any of their characters are vegetarian or vegan.
Not indeed.
But there's probably you would have probably told the your cook, I forgot his name, but I have it written down somewhere. But you would probably told him your dietary preferences, and he would have been sure to cook you up something appropriate for you.
I think Nat has been in the house one other time right before we went on this adventure, so they have no idea what to do.
Nat will be pleased to know that there are cat nooks in the house, built in.
Yes.
They're too busy causing all of the plant life to explode out of the ground.
Yes. Due to Lydia.
That's new.
Yeah, because I got a new hammer.
Nice.
To be showing it off. It's Solstice Pancake. I got art of it that I posted in the chat.
That's very cool. Do you have a fan on?
I do.
Can you turn your fan off for me? I just want to see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could definitely be it.
I can't turn it
you
off. I
you
can't
would have
stand silence. I'll put it away.
You would have
No. You're fine. I just wanted to know if that's what it was. I want to have an identifier. It helps.
Nat, you would have seen that there are a number of tasteful potted plants and other such living decorations in the house, probably courtesy of Lydia, your occultant. She also maintains a small garden out back where she grows your guys' fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So there's plenty of plant life for you to alter using Druidcraft. Usually she tries to stop you, but she is not here.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't know if that's any better, but I moved it.
Not worse.
Moved it away.
Yeah, it got worse somehow.
The
Okay,
reason
so it's
only,
not the fan then.
Yeah, it only starts.
That's what we wanted to know.
It only starts when you talk, and then it dies down. It's there for the first 2 seconds, and it goes away.
Are you using headphones?
Yeah.
Are you using a headset?
Yeah.
Or
With a mic.
I just want to hear Nat's voice and not the fan.
Or that weird buzzing. Yeah.
Because Nat has a nice voice and I like it.
Yeah.
Does it help if I move the mic away from mine?
Maybe a little, but then you get kind of quiet.
It's cool. We'll deal with it. I just, wanted to make sure I could hear your voice to make sure I could hear.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt like I was waiting for where's everybody else? And then forgot it was just us.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They'll
Eveline
okay when they get here.
Eveline is irritated that she got dragged to the Feywild. She's grumpy, y'all.
I bet.
Because she's I've been traveling, we've been traveling, and all of a sudden we run into a pond.
Yeah.
Did you run into a pond?
Run into a pond. Then we fight some stupid pixies.
Into a pond and out of a pond.
And we needed to fight the pixies.
I mean, we don't ever have to fight anything. We could try to use our words.
Yes, but who needs words when you have weapons?
It's true.
I believe Nat did try to talk to them.
Nat did try to talk to them.
But they were
redemption, okay? I tried.
They were trying to either kill you or enslave you.
So
The
that's
point
always
being
fun.
is I feel like the Lathanderites in the party very much feel like we should use our words first and then violence second. Am I wrong about that, Nat?
I mean, I feel like we usually do a good job of that.
No, we do. We do. We do our best.
We try to.
We don't usually attack people first.
No, we usually have them attack us. We try and avoid combat where possible.
We get attacked a lot.
Yeah.
That's true. We should try to figure that out.
Yeah.
The Feywild is
Why do people hate us?
The Feywild is a dangerous place.
I don't know why people hate us. I wish I did.
Quite charming.
I also think we're quite charming.
I'm a
Your
delight.
fur is growing back, and it's great.
Thanks.
To quote another D&D stream, I'm a delight.
Can you do magic without losing your fur now?
Yes, and I can do magic whenever I want now with cantrips.
What? You got cantrips? Joe says.
Yes.
Aveline's like, cool.
Yeah, cool.
He just
Cantrips.
cries a little inside, and you could always do this.
No, but Aveline can't, like, Aveline likes her plants too, and she can't make plants, so.
I can.
Like-
I use druidcraft to make flowers, but and thorn whip, and you just kind of spread and flail around because there's no actual target.
I create a bonfire and a fireplace.
Very cool.
Hey, that's still useful.
Yeah,
It is a useful spell.
it's not quite wintry enough for them to always have a bonfire or a fire going in the fireplace, but you can definitely light it if you so choose. You get the hearty crackle of the fire
It's just
begins, and the room begins to fill with a pleasant warmth. Not too bad. There are a few patrons here to sample. I really need to look up his name, keep on referencing him. I just make all these NPCs and I forget them all.
Look, I will just make up names for you. You know this.
No, he has a name. You don't get to make one up.
I'm just saying. Every
I
time
already
you
had
don't
to
have
put
anything
in-
prepared, I will make one up.
I already had to put in Storf Manley, okay, due to Jerry. That's one
Jerry
too
is
many.
my favorite.
Okay, let's see. Clinks and drinks. Here we go. Okay, your cook is named Harlow Fontaine. And
And are you disconnecting and reconnecting?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay.
and so you
Hey, your sound got better.
That's good.
So there's a few patrons who are here in the early hours of the morning sampling Harlow's food. They raise their mugs or glasses to you in appreciation in response to you lighting the bonfire.
Harlow Fontaine is a heck of a name.
Is it sufficiently fantasy enough for you?
I think so.
What is going
Oh,
on?
I don't know why
I can't hear you guys.
you keep
This
disconnecting.
is very weird.
Try restarting your computer. You gotta do that every time.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Hello. We can hear you
Hey.
just fine, Indy. Hey, yeah, I was saying we can hear you
I
just
tried.
fine. Can you hear us? Hello.
Now I can't. Now I
Try
can't.
changing servers.
I don't know. Okay. So Nat can, like, summarizing what I've missed. Nat can do magic.
I mean, well, Nat could
Hello?
always use
can
magic.
always.
She's got a little bit of
Well,
that.
more magic.
Yeah,
less
she got a little bit
crazy
of that
magic.
extra
Yeah, I
that secret
could do-
sauce now.
What's happening?
I'm gonna do druid magic too.
We are
I
at
One
the
thing,
inn.
druid magic.
Let me know if that's better, Indy.
So hello, friend.
Hello.
I can do a druid magic.
I switched servers,
Okay.
Indy. Is that working for you?
So this is strange.
Is your headset plugged in completely all the way?
I can't hear you guys at all.
Hello. I'll try changing the servers again.
I'm gonna be making noise. I apologize. I have to pack, but I miss playing. So
Are you packing to go back or packing to come home?
go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And I figured you were home and the weather was terrible.
I think recap currently, Evelyn.
We're home from the Feywild.
Yeah, you guys are home from
Evelyn is grumpy.
home from the Feywild. Evelyn's
No.
slightly pissed at everything, going to all these weird and fantastical places and being attacked by various creatures. But she lit a bonfire
Understandable.
in the fireplace, and Nat is running around trying to alter any plant life they see. Making it,
Love it.
grow or flowers bloom.
I got it.
Stuff like
Wait.
that.
I'm back.
Can I? Okay. I'll go up to Nat and point out that I still have the flowers and vines from Evelyn's spell on my horns. Ask him to make me a flower crown. Ask him to make me a flower crown.
They would have been gone now, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, she
But
would.
you could ask.
She would have done that.
It's sad.
It only lasts but like a minute, y'all.
Druid crap? What?
No, Beacon of Hope only lasted a minute.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Let's make me
Well,
a
if that
flower
happens
crown then.
again, I will
I
most
think
certainly.
Druidcraft
do
is
that.
like
Druidcraft.
is it like prestidigitation where you can focus on it and keep certain effects active as long as you just focus on them? It doesn't require concentration.
I thought Druidcraft just produced something that stayed like.
It's permanent because like you make a flower blossom.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Look,
doesn't undo itself.
I will
Ooh, I
argue
can also tell what the
that-
weather is. What is the weather going to be like today? And I do that.
It's gonna be
Oh, that's really cool.
it's gonna be kind of windy because it's fall and be a little chilly. But not. I mean, maybe a cloak. You'll be just fine, or a jacket.
You just made Nate have to create a weather chart, and I'm so proud.
Well, it's fall.
Yes.
I know what time it is, so I gotta it might rain some later, but not today. Later in the week. I'm not sure yet. Like amateur weather person, Nat.
I'm just so happy about it.
Yeah.
I
This is so true. Also, permanent flower crown, like
Please.
it
Please,
weaving
Nat.
between.
Well,
like,
I can't
horns would be
make.
so
Hold on.
I cannot make things.
Aw.
You
You can make the
Druid-
vines grow more.
I can't make.
Yeah.
I can make things grow more. I can't like make a flower grow out of the ground. I can make a
Yeah.
flower that's already
The only
growing
thing-
blue.
The only object you can do that to is solstice / pancake. You can make flowers blossom off that, or thorns grow on it, or stuff like that.
I will
Okay,
argue.
So you just gotta give Hana a pancake.
So
It's
I will
only on the
argue
weapon though. It doesn't.
that-
It doesn't transfer over.
You just gotta put that in Caxier's head, just like on top, resting.
Look, if reading can Druidcraft
Yeah,
flower
it's-
crowns,
A really
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
hat.
Come on, Nate. Come on.
It's fine. Like raw,
It's
no,
pure
but it's not providing you a mechanical advantage. So
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. It's just pretty and it works. And
wait, I have a
flower
question.
crown.
I have a question.
Flower crowns for everyone.
Oh, yes. Can Avalates be Lathander colored?
I mean, it's just flowers.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
flowers.
they're
do
yellow
come in
and
a
white.
large variety of colors.
I cast Prestidigitation to make it that color.
Yeah,
Yes.
same. I could do that too, but that's only temporary.
My
Is that
question
really-
for
I
Cax.
can cast
Make sure what spells I have.
No, you
Hey,
can have up to
Cax.
3 effects of presentation active at one time. You just gotta keep on
I
casting.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's up?
Ooh,
I
did
want
you
to
do
know
some
if
stuff to my
Cax's
character
flower
sheet?
crown has, like, is above her, like, headband. Like, is it intertwined with your headband or, like, separate?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah, I was trying to think of how she would actually manage to get the headband on originally, because, horns, but
It's a magic
Yeah.
headband.
Yeah, it's more like a
Never
crown or
mind. I can
tiara
just-
for you if you
I'll
want it to
just
be.
smack it into my head enough times, it'll just kind of poof on.
That's how that works.
Just if you
Yeah.
hit your head enough time against it enough times, it'll just become part of it.
Poof.
How else
Yeah.
do you put on clothes?
You just smash against yourself
You
hard.
just
a couple
hang
of
them up and
times.
run into it, and you're instantly dressed.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like reverse tearaway pants.
One thing I do want to do
Oh
before
my
I
God.
forget is, do we have any kind of smith in this town?
You have two Smiths. There
Mr.
is
Smith and Mrs. Smith.
well, we're in jail. There's one
No, that's
that's
valid.
there's one that
That is valid.
specializes in
Or
armor,
Mr. Smith.
and there's one that specializes in weaponry and like everyday tools, like forks and knives and stuff like that. And their names are Harriet Oldenath is the one that specializes in weaponry, and Gelrin Fohammer is the one that specializes in armor.
I'm a little irritated that they're not switched.
This is from D&D.
Both a name like Fohammer, Nate. Come on.
I didn't name them. Okay, I actually
But
maybe
a
did.
name
I probably
Can you
changed the
make
name slightly.
backstories, though?
So the characters, like their race and their sex, are what is from Storm King's Thunder. But I changed the name slightly because they're usually ridiculous. I tried to keep I usually try to keep the first letter of each of the names the same. So
Look, we know you hate D&D naming. We know.
Man,
We know.
it's really bad. Just what kind of parents name their kids these things? I just think of kids
Well, I
getting
need
bullied
my
in school
character,
for weird
okay?
names, and they just get made
I would
fun of
argue
their whole
maybe their
life.
parents don't name them that, and maybe they choose their own name.
Ooh.
Maybe for some races, but like humans and stuff, it wouldn't, and dwarves and stuff like that. The
Well,
more
no, not necessarily. That's up to personal choice.
the more humanoid. I mean, they might,
Yeah.
but it's why would you
I'd
choose
say
a
it's a
name
cultural
like
thing.
why would you
Second
choose a name like Floon Blagmar? Is the one I always go back to.
Because it resonates with them.
Blagmar is the
That'd be
best
great.
damn name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See,
Are you
see?
kidding me?
I would
It's
argue
so
it's one
good.
of the worst. In fact, when I played that module, my character insisted it was a fake name. It was an alias he was using to hide his real name.
Love Blagmar.
Yeah, I
So many
would.
layers to this. See,
Ooh,
Oh,
this
that's so many dice.
that wasn't even all the dice you gave me. That was just like a part of them. I'm getting out my favorites.
so
How about this?
how?
Are you going to use those pride dice?
Yes, of course.
Hell yeah.
I'm also
How what?
using my
How what,
giant
Nat?
D4. I'm also using my giant D4.
How old was the dragon that we killed again?
It was
Wasn't
an
it
adult,
adult?
green dragon.
Oh, we did kill a dragon. I forgot
So we
that.
have six dragon scales and 2 fingers, which obviously have a bunch of scales on them. Would I, for a guesstimation, would I be able to make any kind of armor out of it with this much material? Not me myself.
I think you
the
asked,
smith.
but like, if I recall correctly, there wasn't enough.
Let me look for.
I can't remember.
Let me look up your bag. So you could probably get with the scales, just due to how big a dragon is, you can probably make
Right.
a small shield with that. And
Or
for
a cool hat.
for the fingers, maybe a dagger or a short sword for each one.
I want to check that out. See if I can. 'Cause I already have plus 1 shield, but
They're
that's
about that
this
size.
is besides the point. I might want to get that checked out later if anybody. If
I am-
there's things to do.
Evelyn is all about you following that thread.
That was good.
Also, Evelyn really wants to talk about their food cart.
Oh,
I gotta pay
Yes.
that.
We need to do this. We need to do this tonight.
Speaking of which, I don't think Rex would have gotten the
Oh,
letters,
shit, I need mine.
gotten the mail.
Rex
For you
is sitting
guys.
in a corner,
Wouldn't I-
in his
wouldn't I have
pocket,
gotten-
thinking.
Wouldn't I have gotten the mail?
I think Documasters do it generally,
Oh, okay.
right?
I mean,
'Cause
anybody can get the mail.
anybody can get the mail, but like in the C team, it's it's Walnut that always wants to get it because she's a documancer, but Rosie does it because she's
And Steam's open because she's amazing.
because she's a busybody. So she wants to know things before anyone else does. So
You have
cast
to
it.
roll
Yeah.
to open the mail.
Doesn't Rosie open the mail first?
Oh, can we do
and
a roll off
closes
to open
it?
the mail?
Yes, she
Yeah.
usually does.
Wait, I don't have all my dice. Okay.
But yeah, so
I just heard you roll like 20 dice. You
Because
don't have
I
any
roll
dice?
dice in them, okay?
there's a
Wait,
stack of
I have a question.
yeah.
Can we roll for who gets the mail?
If you want, sure. If you want to, it would probably be Dex. Probably. Because there's another ways you can do this. You can be athletics, just run out the door and get there. I'm assuming you know a mailbox.
Jump out of a window.
If you try to run, yes. If you try to jump out of your second story window, then acrobatics.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna jump out
I'm
my
doing that.
window.
I'm doing that.
We
You
both
can both
jump out
run.
our window.
There's-
Here we go.
I was
each
gonna
have a
run. I'm gonna
window.
do athletics.
You each have a window in your room.
Oh, nuts.
That's an 18.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to.
I didn't
That's an 18
Fine.
plus 7.
25 for Indy.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm using my. No, I don't want to use my curse die.
I did good.
I'm gonna use my keyleth die. Okay, let me find that. Hold on.
I rolled 21 with athletics, but I rolled a 19 on the die. So
All right.
I don't know what my athletics is. Hold on.
Probably lower than your acrobatics.
Oh yeah, my acrobatics.
Probably.
That's what I wanted.
So
Yeah, you're.
basically, what starts is Rex. Rex is like you said, Aveline, reading his book. I don't know if he smokes a pipe, but
He's slowly
No.
getting. He's
I'm
slowly
pretty sure
getting up
he
and
has
walking over to the mail, like reading like a newspaper or something.
Yeah.
We're all just
He's-
sprinting
No.
past him.
I think Rex is so preoccupied with the stone in his pocket.
yeah, like he's reading a book, but he's obviously preoccupied. He's like, he just casually mentions, yeah, I wonder if we have any mail today, and then
We
that's
all
when
just
you
get
guys
up.
start
Just
running
move.
for it. So far, Indy is in the lead with a 25. He just yeets out the window. Luckily, it's open, so he doesn't. He doesn't get. He doesn't get sliced to ribbons on shards of glass. So luckily, it's open.
Yeah, like that scene from Scott Pilgrim where it's like, have you seen Scott?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's.
Actually,
I
he
always
did
laugh when that scene happens.
Oh my goodness. That's good.
That's
I'll watch that.
yeah, that's the best.
Cax, what did you get?
I don't know what my athletics is.
If
I
you want
rolled
to just
a
jump out a window, that's acrobatics.
I think I can
that's what I meant.
check. Oh, I
I have to
can't.
say acrobatics.
I think I synced your roll 20 with your
Yeah.
with your D&D Beyond. So your
Um,
acrobatics is
Is it +4? Or is
your-
it higher than
your acrobatics is +4 and your athletics is +1.
Yeah. I would have had to.
There's no way you
So
beat
you can't beat him.
No.
I mean, I could only beat him if I used like medicine.
Wait,
Bards
wait,
for
wait,
the
wait,
win.
Nate. Can I cast haste on myself and then do it?
If you cast haste, you'll automatically beat him because your speed is doubled.
Yeah. Can
Can-
I do that? Because I still have haste to the
Wait,
ground. I'm not getting rid of it.
Is it an action to cast?
I don't know. I don't play spellcasters. Hold on.
Yeah,
Or
it is
bonus
an
action.
action to cast it, but it's just like
But
I
only
will
6
rule
seconds.
lawyer you for this mail.
No, but it takes 6 seconds to cast. No, less
no, it
than
takes
that.
less than
Four-
6 seconds to cast. The whole
It takes-
turn is 6 seconds.
So it takes like say 3 seconds to cast, and then.
Because literally all you do
Have
to cast haste is
double
touch
speed.
yourself and say a word, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
I'm
will
not arguing
argue.
running.
I will argue if Indy's gonna rule lawyer that, but I'll argue that Indy has to open the window to jump out of it.
Hell yeah. Okay.
No, I
Besides, couldn't
don't.
I just
can-
use my
I can
feline
use breaking
agility to
glass.
double
I
my
won't take the
speed?
damage.
What do
You
even
could.
do?
No, like
You could.
Indy, by all rights, should have won. You don't see anyone, like you guys now have a standalone mailbox, now that you have a permanent residence that Emily can drop off your mail at. And you don't see, you yeet out the window that's luckily open and you're running there, you don't see anyone around you, and then you just see a blur, that's this dark red blur, just fly by you. and you see it stop in front of the mailbox and open it up and pull out
Just
3
flash it
letters, and then you think you see Caxtier, and then it just zooms back into Clinks and Drinks.
Can I try and
Almost
trip
like
her?
Almost like Sonic.
Can,
Except
can
a
I
darker
can I try
color.
and trip her?
Flash.
I mean,
With
you
my
can
foot?
try, but her perception of reality is altered, so she'll probably have advantage on the saving
Wait.
throw.
What are you trying to do?
She's trying to trip you.
Trip you.
Oh, okay. I mean, even if you tripped me, I'd probably be able
So
to get back up really
let's
quickly.
do contest. You do tripping would just be.
Dex?
Wouldn't that be strength?
It'd be strength,
Or
I
dex.
think, because you're not trying to
Yeah.
you're not trying to finesse. You're just trying to stick out your leg. It's like because you're trying to make a barrier. So that would be strength.
Okay, this is not my strong suit.
And she make a dex save with advantage because she has haste on.
Is it just a plus
It's a
strength?
standard
Or
strength
can
check.
I make
Or
athletics?
you can do athletics if you want.
Okay.
While you all figure this out, I'm gonna go get a snack.
So I got a 3.
I got a
Okay.
23.
Yeah. So it's like
I try and trip you, but I just fall over.
Okay, I literally just tripped in real life, so I mean.
at 23, she can
Aha,
get fancy
it
with it if she
worked.
wants to. She easily sees the clumsy attempt that tried to trip her, and
Wait.
it's.
Did you roll a 3 or did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2
Oh.
plus
Oh
1.
my god.
So yeah, easily evaded. She can get fancy with it. Probably incorporate some flips, or she
Yeah, I
can,
was gonna say I just flip over his foot while flipping him off.
like Mortal Kombat, the needless front flip. She just jumps over you for style and flips you off while she does it. Runs back in.
That's true hack style.
Also,
But
that's
yeah,
so good.
Cax, you found
pass.
you found 3 letters inside your mailbox. One is from. Wait, I gotta now actually get where they're from. One is from the Lore Protector of Triboar, Darathra Sindrel. One is from Wayne Wright's Wagons.
Wayne Newton.
And then one is from your old party member Freya.
Oh.
I played in a game with Freya earlier today. Okay. I will. Can I read them super fast while hasted?
You can, but no one will be able to understand it.
Oh yeah, no. I just want to read them and I'll like.
Yeah, I mean, see if you read it out loud, because your perception of reality has changed, you have to consciously slow down how you speak
Yeah,
if
no,
you
I'm not gonna do
understand.
that.
But if you're just reading to yourself, then yeah, you can just read it.
Yeah. Just myself reading them.
Wayne White's Dragons is basically, you just open that one first. It's basically saying something along the lines of, we have the customized cart that you have requested, which you referred to as a food cart. For us to deliver it into your, into your keeping, it will cost, due to some of the custom parts and things we had to order and manufacture, it'll cost 750 gold.
Woof.
And it says, if please.
How much do you say? 750?
750 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they say, please make this payment upon your earliest convenience.
I gotta take care of that.
The one from Darathra Sindrel just asks for you guys if you have time to come by the tower. She might have a job for you guys if you're willing to accept it. And the last one from Freya, and they wrote this to me, so I'm gonna read it out loud, verbatim. It says, "Hello, Team Soteria. Vera's been nagging me to write you guys a letter to test my letters.
That was weird.
Me and Clara have been spending some time around the Sword Coast with another team. In our downtime, I've been spending some time with Vera to do my words and numbers and been helping out in her classes when she's let me. Hope all of you guys are doing well, and I hope to be back to meet you guys soon. Yours, Freya and Clara.
Do you have these transcribed anywhere, Nate?
Oh yeah, I can link Freya's letter. That's I want to really have like written out.
Cool.
Because I got back to my website and then somehow I came back.
But yeah, basically the one from the Lord Protector was she might have a job for you guys. Stop by when it's convenient. The other one from Wingwise Dragons was your food card's prepared. We just need payment. 750 gold pieces. And then the last one from Freya. About how she's about how apparently she's been learning how to read and write and do basic maths from Vera. And yeah, there's a link there, and I think that's the three you have right now. But yeah, nothing super pressing because they're more sort of like invitations to come. They're not like come right now this second. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow.
And what were the other two? Because I didn't hear them.
Oh, sorry, Wainwright's Wagons. That is a tongue twister for me, and I go whoa 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 whoa. Wainwright's Wagons has finished your food cart. They will give it to you. The cost is 750 gold pieces. They explain due to the the novel nature of the cart how they have to make custom pieces and stuff for it. The cost is obviously several times more than your standard cart. And then there's one from Freya. Explain how she's been learning to read and write due to Vera's instruction. And then the third one was from the Lord Protector, saying she might have a job for you guys, and if you want to stop by the tower, she can fill you in on the details.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So there's been this kind of persistent clanging of metal on metal in the background now. It's been going on for so long. It's sort of been in the background, sort of noise, the white noise of this place, along with the crackle of the fire and the sizzle of the bacon and the murmur of conversation that's been going on. But it does stop, and you see a very sweaty Lydia and Reverence come in from the back door. And they just kind of give you guys a wave or a meaningful look before they head upstairs, probably to change.
Cool.
What were they doing?
Oh, you can see that they have weapons with them.
Training.
Oh, they're training.
Yeah. They're sheathed now, of course, but Reverence has her rapier, or a rapier there, and Lydia has her weapon as well.
With my ridiculously good perception, do I see them injured or anything?
Same.
Oh, just a perception roll here.
I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at them too.
Passive. Okay.
Because this would be more than just passive. Passive is like things occurring out around you, like maybe out of the corner of your eye or something out of place. But this would be you're focusing on these people.
It was almost a natural 20. And it went to 2.
I got a 4, so
11.
I got a 12.
4 or after bonuses?
Oh, 4 before bonuses, so that's a total of a 12 for perception.
Yeah, 12's fine. Probably anything above 10 because they're less close to you and they're not trying to hide. And they're just wearing not wearing armor or anything too. They're wearing normal, probably training clothes. So loose fitting.
I got 26
stuff. Yeah, razor. You can see.
I'm sorry, 27.
You can see the individual sweat drops on their skin, sort of falling down. But
I rolled 19 on the die, y'all.
But they're obviously tired and sweaty, but you don't see any injuries or anything like that on their person. You do see scars and stuff on both of their bodies, but those are, you know, occurred long ago for it to have scarred. So, no recent wounds or anything like that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Evelyn might be irritated, but like she's still gonna mom the shit out of her.
Mom the
I'm gonna do
mom.
this.
That would be.
Evelyn's like a mom.
I want to see that.
What about reverence would make you think that she's like the stereotypical mother figure?
That's funny.
What about her would make you think that?
Yeah, she is.
Like pirate
From
ship
what
and
you
How-
guys
tattoos
haven't
and,
really.
like,
Oh, go ahead.
How do I undo stuff I drew?
You can just click on it and delete, I think.
I want to see this.
But Reverence
Oh, yeah,
is,
I
from
got
what
it.
you guys can
Right
tell, she's like just her demeanor is very stern. She always has like a straight back, probably due to a military background or something similar. And she always carries herself with sort of not an air of superiority, but like
Confidence.
yeah, confidence and assurance. Like she moves and acts with purpose.
She knows she's damn good at her job, so.
Yeah, they go back upstairs to probably like take a shower or something and change. So they leave you guys.
I'm trying my best here.
What are you doing? Oh, you're drawing something.
Yes.
Oh, you're drawing Caxier. Is that Caxier running towards
Yes.
the male?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who has this ring of spell story right now?
I think it's Cax.
No, I don't. I have my headband.
Oh.
Actually, let me check.
I
'Cause
think
I know I was talking about giving it to somebody when I was sick.
I don't have it. I can give
I
it
know
to
it's
Rashani.
floating around here somewhere. Someone has it.
It's still in my character sheet, is what
I
I'm
think
saying.
Rashani has it.
Because I don't know if you had it for like when I had my migraine or what. Thank you, Nat.
Oh no, what happened?
Quality art.
Okay.
And so yeah, as they sort of walk away, your sister, Eveline, just just tells you guys that she's basically set up a table for you guys if you want to eat breakfast, and then goes around to continue her waitressing duties.
Is she a good waitress?
Let's see. Do a perception check.
$23.
Okay, so you're observing her for some time, and she's fairly confident, but she's only had the job for. Actually, no, she's had it for a long time now. She's had it for about a month. So there's occasionally a couple missteps there. She's still like kind of soft-spoken, not really outgoing. Extrovert. She's kind of, not really extroverted. She's not super bubbly and stuff like that. But the regulars here, especially the people in the morning, would be more regular than your just average walk-ins. Seem to be accustomed to this, and treat her kindly and with respect. So they're not taking offense to how she acts. There's an occasional misstep, but she doesn't spill anything.
Okay. Okay. Does she seem like she's enjoying it?
That would be an insight to get like a character's motives and their body language, stuff like that.
A 24.
All right.
Ooh.
So you haven't spent a lot of time with Valora, but you think she for the most part she's enjoying what she's doing now. She's not in constant fights for her life. She's in a safe place. She's earning her own money. All of her needs are met, and she takes.
She's not feeling antsy, is what I was.
Yeah, she's not like looking for the. She's not like scared or looking around for the nearest exit, stuff like that.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Also, do people tip her well? Like,
yes,
after they leave? Okay, that's also important.
Yeah, people are nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Nat.
You have several intimidating employees here that will correct any people who try to start something or who act inappropriately or tip low or things like this of that nature.
Yeah, I would say
and there's really only as far as like establishments go to eat in town, there's really only 4 places. There's your place, North Shield House, and 2 really fancy places that most people, that are pretentious and most people can't afford.
Yeah, the ill-fated expedition to
Yeah, the place where we're banned from.
Yes, the place where both tieflings are banned from the premise.
You've been banned from a place?
Watch the very first episode. Very first episode.
Very first episode.
No, Avelyn is asking you.
Oh.
You've been.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, we tell Avelyn watch the very first episode, staring straight at the camera.
Nate. Since we're not moving anymore, I'm gonna bring Mai back to coyote form.
Okay. Was he like sleeping? Was he just in his invisible like space, or was he like sleeping with you?
He would have been an otter that I was keeping around my neck.
Okay.
But he's back to coyote form, so we can kind of. Can I like make something for him to wear so people don't try to murder him? He wants to.
Yeah, you can give him like maybe a scarf around his neck or something.
Yes, I love this. Hell yeah.
I'll ask Nat if we have the funds to pay for the food cart.
You guys have like over 1,000 gold, probably closer to 1,500, I think.
Do you want to go get the food cart with me?
We've got plenty.
Okay. I miss your voice.
Yeah.
I assume you did magic that made it go away.
Electronic magic. In the form of mute.
Yes.
My brother won't get out of my room. Yeah, mood.
But yeah, so you guys quickly eat your breakfast and go out and hit the town, so to speak. There was talk of going to Wainwright's wagons. God, I can't. I always sound like a kid when I'm saying that because I can't. My mouth.
Wainwright's wagons.
I go, oh, Wainwright's wagons, please.
Wainwright's wagons.
In the
Come
mail.
with me in my space.
Did we get paid in the mail, or has it not been long enough?
You guys were paid like really quick. You were tossed your payment for your jobs before you went to the Feywild. That's why you have so much money.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys have Nat 1,700 gold. That's what Nat has said.
Jesus.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah. And
did someone just sneeze? It was kind of a cute sneeze.
That was my hiccup.
It was a sneeze or like a small dog barking.
That was a hiccup. I will sneeze like that sometimes. I apologize in advance if that happens.
Stop being cute.
It's fine.
I think there was also talk of going to Wainwright's wagons, and also talk of
there
going,
you go.
Yeah, I have to space it out so I can say
we
it.
need to like
And also going
a
to
button that you can hit that says that.
you're gonna make a soundboard. Also going to Harriet Oldenath or Gelrin Fohammer, the competing blacksmiths in town, to see what you can fashion out of these dragon parts you've acquired.
Okay, so I say, hey, Nat,
How
let's
about make
go
a
pick
second?
up our
Can I
food
make a
truck.
second smaller dragon?
Not with 2 fingers and 6 scales.
Only if you're a coward.
You're missing a lot of components there.
I'm not a coward. I'll try it.
You're gonna fuck a dragon?
No.
You're a bard. That has to happen at some point.
I don't. No. No.
Please
No.
don't be a stereotypical sleep with everything bard.
That's not who Indy is.
No.
I had one of those in my game, and she tried to have sex with everything. Gods, demons, devils, dragons, basically anything we fought, she tried to have sex with. And there was 2 paladins in the party, and so she had to try to have sex with a fiend, and we were like, no, it must die.
It's time to stop.
I just rolled 3 6s in a row on my d6.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is hard.
But let's see. You also got now the dragon left you as a weapon too. I don't know if you guys have utilized it or if anyone has it.
Indy's used it.
Oh, Indy does have
I've
it. Okay.
used what?
The dragon weapon, the
short
not
sword.
the fang of that was stuck in the dragon's back.
I don't have it in my.
I know you have Fire Eater. It's called Venom Fang. It's a short sword. It looks like a very large snake's fang, and it's translucent and hollow. And there's like some sickly green liquid sloshing around in its interior. And it is a short sword that deals an extra 1d4 poison. It's in the unique items. I'll just read it out. Requires attunement.
Yeah, I will add that.
Does an extra 1d4 poison damage on hit. It can only occur once per round. And you have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage, and you learn the poison spray cantrip. And you can choose intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcasting ability for it.
I think I'm gonna use charisma.
Intelligence isn't up there.
How are your attunement slots, Indy?
My attunement slots are actually great. I'm only attuned to. I don't know. I'm currently trying to.
Roll20 does not keep
figure
track
that
of
out.
attunement slots, but D&D Beyond certainly does.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be there in your equipment.
Okay.
I think
Equipment.
most of us are maxed out.
I've only attuned to 1 item.
He doesn't have his personal item yet, so that would he probably isn't maxed out. Same for Rex.
I'm maxed out on attunement as well, I believe. Yeah.
Is Venom Fang a +1 or?
It is just a normal because it does so many other good things. It's not a +1, I don't think. Let me look. Maybe make sure what I wrote down.
Okay, let me just.
No, it's not.
Equipment.
It just isn't. It just does the extra 1d4 poison damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna add a custom item.
The joys of adding custom items in D&D Beyond.
It's not that hard.
I'm so used to it.
It's-
I prefer it to.
If there's not if it's good, it's okay if there's if it's based on something, there's something you can base it on. It's easy peasy. But if it's not, then it's horrible.
Try making homebrew races. It sucks.
Yeah. Homebrew races, homebrew classes, a lot of stuff. So where do you guys want to go first?
Okay, so it's a short sword.
Why don't we get the
Nat and I have left to get the food cart.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd go. I'll go with you to get the.
We're going to decorate and flowers.
right.
Customize. Yes, here we go.
And so you guys,
How
make your way to Wainwright's Wagons, which I believe is at T19 is where Wainwright's Wagons is. It's at the eastern part of town along the Evermore Way. Sort of the last big sort of, establishment or building you come to before you make your way to Silvery Moon. As far as located in this town, there are other towns along the way, but Evermore Way is the way to Silvery Moon. And let's see, I'm making sure that's where it is. I got so many tabs open. Yes, okay, good. And so you guys make your way there. Do you have horses, you have a cart, do you take any of those? Or do you just walk the way there?
Can we bring a not horse?
Is it far away?
It's basically on the opposite side of town. Whereas you guys are
How
on the
big is the town?
Whereas you guys are on the far west side of town,
We need to
Wainwright's
drive
Wagons is
the
on the
cart back
far
somehow.
east. It is. I have a little thing here. Let me see. Draw.
Also, Indy, is your fire thing attuned?
He's muted currently, so I don't know.
Yes, you are muted.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
It is about 800 feet from your door to Wainwright's Wagons.
It's not very far.
It's not very
But
far.
I'll still be bringing Oakman because we have to bring it back.
Oakman, what does Oakman look like right now? Like, is he back to normal?
He's only ever looked one way.
How
Did he
rare is
have a
Venom
different-
Fang? Is it like legendary or?
It was leaves in the shape of a elk.
Yeah, well, I thought it got different colored or something.
That was Nat's fur turned blue.
Yeah.
Can I say something? There are antimatter rifles in D&D, apparently.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is in the Dungeon Master's Guide, I believe, and it's like, if you want to introduce guns into your game, here are some examples. There will not be antimatter rifles in this game.
Really? I think it totally fits into the fantasy.
Oh my god, imagine Cax and Indy with animatter rifles. That would be
Well,
horrible.
first of all, you can't really sneak with those because.
Oh, I know. I'm just thinking of the mayhem we would cause.
Yes.
Just gun. You've brought a knife to a gunfight. Gun to a knife fight.
But yeah, you can take. I forget your horses' names.
It was Jesse.
One
named
was
our
like
first horse apples.
One was apples.
And I
The
kept
barely.
calling it something like cilantro.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. It only now keep in mind it only said it preferred apples, and you guys decided to call it apples from then on.
No, I called it cilantro because cilantro is a joke about coriander.
Yes.
Like the same plant.
But you have a new horse, a proud
His name's
actual.
Perkins.
Okay.
Yes, that
Perkins.
Perkins.
I'll
Perkins.
You have an
I think
actual
that's in my tweets somewhere.
horse
It's in
now.
your
I put that up, yeah. I'm not
So yeah, you have your own stables, and they're just there munching on some hay, maybe occasional carrot. Stuff like that. So you can always take them out, get them, have them see some sun. If you want, they're just chilling for the most part.
What is my spell save DC?
Probably 15 or 16.
16.
So you make your way to man, I just want to say W cubed from now on because it's so much easier to say. W cubed. And true to what
Wainwright's Wagons?
to what they say, there's like an overhang, like an awning here,
WW.
like the fancy equivalent of a carport, and inside that sort of to keep it protected from the rain and such, you see a very curious looking, very bulky looking cart. It's wider than the stereotypical one, and there are kind of like
Chimneys?
chimneys, not certainly chimneys, but like stuff to let smoke out, like and
For
things
our
of that
dank
nature.
vape tricks.
Yeah, so not brick, but just like the metal piping really to let steam and for ventilation and let steam out and smoke and stuff like that as well. And there's sort of one side has like a shutter that can open and close. And inside you see what looks to be like a full, fledged kitchen, but sort of miniaturized so it can fit inside of a cart. And on the
My
side,
question is,
Oh.
did we ever get anybody to work this?
I don't think you hired anyone. The plan was for you to work it yourselves, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the
Then
plan
how's it
is.
gonna earn money when we're not
I-
here?
You guys decided on the food cart all by yourselves.
So we just gotta. We can. Mm-hmm.
I didn't try to
Wait,
stop you. You guys didn't have
what if we
you didn't have a
got-
job fair.
Wait, hold on. We can have Reverence help out.
I don't think my mom would want to do that.
You can certainly
Okay.
ask her. Hilarity may or may not ensue.
Oh
Yes.
my god, I can't wait to see what she would do to you guys.
Not a fan of cooking?
Not a fan of working in small spaces.
Ah.
Probably, considering she worked on a fucking boat for who knows how many years.
I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
were making a Yum Yum Hut food cart, y'all.
Well,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think you're officially licensed by
Too bad.
because
Too bad. We're
I
doing it.
advise we stay away from that so we don't get sued.
if you
Have
do
money
recall,
for
there
that.
already is a Yum Yum Hut, a brick and mortar store here, as it were, in
Can I-
Triboar, run by one Storf
Yes, we're going
Manley.
to run this for our truck.
We're gonna tweet at Ryan Hartman now.
And it is located. Where did I put it?
Do
I put
it.
it on the because he said it was on the main road. I put it at T5, so it's right here
Wait, so
on Town Square, right up Town Square. Yum Yum Hut. He said on the main road off to the right. So I'm like, well, I gotta put it on the main road off to the right. So it's on T5.
it could be T16.
T16 is already taken. It is that tavern with that tiefling in there that maintains the appearance of a human, and is popular with rangers and stuff.
Okay.
And T7 is not taken, but I couldn't explain why it had that large open, backyard essentially for a restaurant. So that's why I chose T5. And T11
Ask
cool.
why a restaurant would have a large open backyard.
and T11 is the Triboar
For
Baking,
picnics.
a Triboar
Open
Baking
seating,
company.
outdoor seating. Duh.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
I'd like to point out that the third tweet on the Team Soteria hashtag is about the Yum Yum Hut.
Cool.
But
do
I
you
thought
mind
you guys
turning
were
up
gonna license
your
license
input
out
volume a
clinks and
bit?
drinks.
Kex,
What?
turning up your input volume a bit.
I can't. It's as high as it gets.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, it's fine. It's just that.
So yeah, there are like you obviously see places for signage, but it has not been christened. It has not been named, so to speak, or its allegiance has not been made clear. It's sort of been made blank because you didn't say what you wanted to call it. But there's places where you can put a name for branding, if you so choose, or you can leave it blank, I guess. Up to you.
Well, first we gotta buy it, so
Yeah.
This is true.
Let's go
This
and
is
talk.
why we went. I didn't know everybody came. I really thought it was just Nat and I.
Oh no, I'm not with you guys. I'm
I am.
screwing around with Venom Fang.
Just in the backyard going,
There you go.
shh, yes, stab.
Shoo, 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 wah.
You see Lydia's nice little garden there.
Is there anybody outside with the cart?
No, it's still pretty early in the morning. You hear the occasional like hammering, and sawing and stuff like that. But it's very, it's very muted. They're not obviously in full swing of the business day since it's still fairly early in the morning. But there is a sort of office for you guys to check in. And there's someone there behind the counter. And they do immediately recognize you because you're sort of somewhat famous or infamous, depending on who you ask. And they say, "Oh, yes, you are Team Soteria. You're the ones that requested that unusual cart."
That is correct.
Well, I was instructed to inform you that it will cost 750 gold pieces due to its unusual construction. We do not supply a horse or other beast of burden. That it will cost extra, of course, if you want one of those to go along with it.
What?
I mean, we have spare horses. We don't need that.
All right. Well, then we will, deliver to your charge with upon payment of 750 gold.
All right. I guess we'll just pay it. There you go. And I take it out of the pouch. Hand over 750 gold.
Because it's such a large sum, it does take, about a minute or two to count.
A couple seconds, just picking out handfuls
Yeah.
and handfuls of
A
gold.
couple of seconds for.
Do we get to see the cart before he does that? Or
Yes, you
Nat
saw
does
it.
that?
It's outside. It's under an awning to keep it safe from,
Just
the
making
rain.
sure we can see the product before we pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
so we
coming from
now
Joanna,
have.
not from Evelyn.
And they do say they take some pride in their work. So if something in there breaks, they had to consult numerous specialists in order to make it, miniaturize the kitchen. If something there breaks within 6 months, barring,
We got
of
a
course,
We got a 6 months warranty.
naturally breaks. That's not to say if you charge it into battle or use it as a ram or obviously abuse it by using it as a weapon
Let's not tell Indy about the warranty.
or something.
I don't break stuff on purpose.
Or if you decide
We're not here for this conversation.
or if you decide to burn it down of your own volition, they will not cover that.
That's not.
Is there a way the hordes person can get like a lifetime guarantee as long as they're alive?
As long as they're alive, I'm sorry.
A lifetime guarantee for work on the cart. Like if it breaks and it's like not a 6-month warranty, like a lifetime guarantee. As long as the company is in business or alive.
That is a stretch for a contract. Doesn't mean it's outside the realm of possibility, but you'll need probably some legal trickery to get someone to sign such a thing. Certainly not this person. They appear to be just a employee of the Wainwrights. So anything they sign would probably not be legally binding. But if your Docromancer was here, he can probably. Well, he also say he drafts up something if you are dead set on this.
Be like, our line of work's a little dangerous.
I don't
And
think
more
we're
often
gonna
than
be
not,
riding the cart on our jobs,
I
are we?
don't want to. Well, I don't plan to ride the cart into jobs, but you never know where the jobs will.
That's true. So
Like there was this one time librarian showed up when we were at this festival in our own town.
Who are librarians?
Evil magic wizards that want to control magic. and they
Oh,
steal holy texts to do so. Don't give them
well, we don't have any of those here, just wagons.
yes, and we
The holy texts of wagons.
yes.
Um,
So if we're catering an event in town or another town, and someone like the librarians decides to attack the town square or something, and the wagon gets destroyed, and it's not our fault.
I mean, we can't be held. I can't speak for the company. They would probably say something. This is the employee speaking, though. They probably would say something along the lines that we can't be held responsible for the actions of hostile parties. We built the cart to your specifications. You did not ask for armor on it.
You're good.
I'm just making noise.
Evelyn just wants the cart to get fixed if it breaks, like in general. She
Yeah,
doesn't
That's just
yeah,
that's
within
just
the
the background
six
noise of the
months.
cart being fixed.
Yeah, within the 6-month warranty. She says it's standard 6 months of warranty. If something breaks or ceases to function, we will fix it. So long as it's not
we
been
have broken the factory warranty
so not-
on truck shutters.
yes, so long as it's not been obviously tampered with.
Yeah. All right.
They won't even give us store credit. Gotta love Monster Factory.
So, like the naming and stuff, would we be able to do that ourselves?
Yeah, I mean you just get some paint, really.
Who joined?
Does anybody have the good art?
Run!
I have high dexterity. I don't want to perform. Would it be?
I think that'd be more of a performance thing.
It would be like if you were proficient with calligraphy. I think someone is. I know the Documancer is.
Oh, that's true.
I originally was, but then I switched it to.
But it would definitely be dexterity check because the fluidity
I can
fluidity
do that.
of
I have a
your
+7.
writing skills.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm leaving the name of the card up to you guys. I thought you were gonna.
We also got to figure out a menu, guys.
Mhm.
There's so much. We
Well,
have to
yes.
Oh my god,
some-
yeah.
do. We have to buy things.
Keep in mind, it is
Like,
also
ingredient.
fall, so we're getting into that harvest season, like the last harvest of the year, so to speak. So there are a number of farms around Triboar. In fact, around the periphery of Triboar, it's pretty much all ranches and farms. However, they are beginning to recover from the sort of trials and tribulations that you guys solved earlier in the year, in the middle of the summer. It's probably mid to late fall now.
Mid to late fall. Okay. Fantasy November.
Yes.
I love it. Indy is talking to us when he is behind the thing, playing with his sword.
Yes. Well, that was out of character.
That is
He was out of character.
Not
that is
even
very me.
When he said fan. I'm assuming the Fantasy November was out of character.
Well, yeah.
I presume Bershemi is also at the tavern.
Probably. Okay, so we got the cart. We got to decorate and stock it. What else do we need to do?
We need a horse to figure out if Apples can pull it, or we actually have to come back and buy a horse.
Well, I can do stuff for horses. I got a thing, a horse.
You got a thing with horses? Okay.
But we already have apples. Why wouldn't apples be?
Apples is barely a horse or a horse adjacent creature. I think Apples is fine, but
What about Perkins?
well, who's gonna pull our cart?
Oakman?
This is good reasoning. I like it. Makes total sense to Aveline, who said it got an intelligence of 10.
I've got an intelligence of 9, so.
Yep.
Yikes.
Tracks.
That definitely works. Yeah, this cart is probably because Apples. He can pull a normal sized cart, but this is like a bulkier, a bigger version, supposed to accommodate, people cooking and moving around each other and all the, appliances inside. So this is probably too big for this weary horse adjacent creature to pull. So
I mean, we could always get Perkins and Apples to do it. I mean, just
Yeah.
make it.
Well,
Yeah.
Perkins
Double-
by
double
himself,
hitch?
Perkins is a strong young
Okay.
horse, so he would definitely be fine. He's
Okay.
bred for pulling large objects.
Double
But
horse
for
time.
now, we have Oakman, so he's gonna
Yes.
take care.
Oh, we can use him for seasoning.
Just pull off a leaf,
Yeah.
A-Team style.
Yoink.
He will kick you.
If that's the price to pay for fresh seasoning,
Herbs.
I will pay
Fresh
it.
leaf.
Now Lydia
Right off a
does
tree.
have a vegetable and herb garden in the back. Which I
But
would-
this is
to upgrade that.
this is some what's the
But it's
word
not,
I'm looking for?
magical phase.
Gourmet shit.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
magical
some-
phase stuff. It's like natural, like, you got rosemary and thyme. And
Yeah, it's.
I'm just saying. I think you might be just as good
better.
pulling the leaf off of the tree.
Yeah, but it's not as marketable.
uses real Feywild ingredients.
Yeah.
That'll get the customers running.
Sure. All right. So
Church
what
wine,
else did
honestly,
people
yeah.
Disgusting.
want to do?
Church wine is the worst.
We just use grape juice. Make sure the children don't take the wine by accident.
I don't. Ugh. Apparently, I got it while I was in Scotland, but I don't remember even buying it.
Honestly, mood.
So what does anybody else want to do?
So I would say for ease of
I want to make the music.
and clarity, you guys have
I've got on board of Venom Fang, so I'm gonna play some songs.
you have lashed Ukman to your food cart,
Big buddy, we can do it.
name, undecided, and brought it back to your stable in your carriage house, and it's safely tucked away in there.
Okay.
So you're back at Clinks and Drinks. So everyone is together once more.
Together once again.
It's in that awkward period, Indy, in between breakfast and lunch. So there's not all the patrons pretty much
It's
filed
the
out.
worst. It's like 10:30, and it's
There's like no one.
what
There's
do I
pretty much
do?
just you guys in there now because you're in
What about
between the
brunch?
breakfast and the sort of dinner.
We gotta have second breakfast.
What about brunch?
Maybe if there are more halflings in town, you could institute such a thing. But it's there are a few, but not enough to
Can
Oh, what spells do I have? Do I have Mask of Many Faces? Please say Mask of Many Faces. I don't.
Well, Mask of Many Faces is a warlock ability.
I cast Prestidigitation to just make like a smaller me, just like on my chest. No, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
I'd probably more like minor illusion to do that.
I don't have Minor Illusion, unfortunately.
Prestidigitation can make very small, very real things, but they're like tiny trinkets, basically.
Prestidigitation, you can make
You can make sounds and
a small mark symbol. Oh yeah.
yeah, but you can't make a small, basically illusionary figure that's minor illusion.
Yeah.
While
Whoopsies.
we're kind of just chilling here, can I go down to the Were Tiger's place and see how that family is doing?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, Alan. Claiborne, I believe is his last name. And yeah, for those that weren't here, you guys, way back when, back in sort of the
Were Tiger.
the building the team phase and getting to know each other portion before we got
back when we got sent furry porn.
back when furry porn was sent and may have ended up on a stream, but thankfully no one watches my stream enough to report me.
Can I just say that you don't have to bring it up every time, guys? You could just leave it in the past. It's just not funny.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You guys helped a were-tiger, a man who was cursed with were-tigerism. I know it's not exactly lycanthropy if it's a were-tiger, but was cursed to turn into a were-tiger. And due to that curse, he ended up killing some of his town's people that he was angry with due to a misunderstanding. But you managed to relocate him to your town. And so far, you haven't heard of any mysterious killings or slayings in the night. So, as far as him, just straight up, as far as him killing people and losing control, you haven't heard of anything like that. But you can always go check on him if you want.
Yeah, I just kind of want to see how they're doing and how the building of the house is coming along.
I gotta remember what his family names were. I gotta go way back to my notes here. Okay.
Yeah, I know there's a wife and I think 2 children.
Yes, he had Alan. I think that they were. I can't remember their names. Is Alan, Anna, and I forgot his children's names. I can't remember them. It's been so
I think
long.
he had a son and a daughter.
Yeah, he had a son and a daughter, but I don't remember their names. I don't think I named them at all. Even they just mentioned they were there. But yeah, you can definitely check on them. Once you sort of go down the long road, because he lives like here, I think is at the sea. That building right there, previously abandoned. But you see that he and Anna are in the back, tending over their very own sort of small farm, and their children are helping them. They're growing appropriate vegetables and crops for the season, which I'm not expert on farming, but whatever those are.
What season is it?
It is late fall. It
What's
is
the climate?
fantasy November.
Oh, they wouldn't be growing anything.
Yeah.
They'd be preparing the field for the winter.
Yeah, it's like just what fantasy October. It's like right before the very last harvest of the year, basically.
They'd be harvesting carrots and turnips and stuff like that.
Pumpkins,
coming up.
root vegetables, all those very tasty ones. So they're working on that. And is it just Cax you're going to check on the Claibornes, or is anyone else accompanying?
I would have told Indy and Rex about it because I think they were the only ones that were around when that happened. So I would tell them where I'm going and say like, I'm going to check on the family. I just want to see how they're doing, making sure they're doing all right. All that jazz.
Yeah. So you go out and check on them. They do see you approach. Tieflings are very rare in Triboar. So you're one of 3 that you know of.
Oh yeah, because I only know of.
You know of yourself,
Me and my
Indy,
mom.
and the bartender.
Oh, and my mom. So,
Oh yes,
Yeah.
well now 4 now. Yes.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
I was gonna go talk to the bartender, but I never did that.
So yes, they stop what they're doing and sort of try to clean themselves up a little bit, and shake your hand and say, "Well, that's a." Alan says, "Well, there's a face I haven't seen in a while. What can I do for you, Caxier?"
I'm just checking in to see how the building is going. I want to make sure you guys are settling in well and there hasn't been any more problems.
Oh, yes, we settled in quite nicely. We repaired most of the holes. Got some, lovely town here. All the townsfolk really help. They really care about their neighbor and that sort of thing. They're able to help us, repair some of the larger holes we couldn't do ourselves. Repair the roof. Help us dig out our cellar. For when that time comes. With some heavy doors on it. And yeah, I haven't had an in case you're wondering, this is a low voice. He says, I haven't had a intense experience in a while. It's been
That's good.
How has he been handling them, or have you been handling them? Have you just been
the
wood?
cellar. The locks are made out of silver,
Right.
and it's very heavy thick wooden doors that we place a weight over. My
That's
wife and the
good to
kids
hear.
help her.
It's good to hear.
My wife.
Am I the only one here, or is Indy here as well?
I think I'd come by because like, I didn't go with you guys to the pick up the wagons, so I would definitely at least stop because like this guy. It's been a while since I've checked in on him, so yeah, I'd come with Gax.
Okay. Cool. I think looking for something before.
While you two are doing that, I think Nat and I might be talking about what to name this food cart.
Do we want to talk about that while I go and check and see what we can do with these dragon scales?
You know what? We can totally walk and talk.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, we can let Indy and Cax go first, but like,
Yeah, I'll get you guys in just a second once
Yeah.
they're done talking to the Claibornes.
we just wanted to tell you what our intention was.
Okay. He says, "Well, yeah. All things considered, we're doing pretty good. Got we grow enough food for ourselves. We got enough stored away for the winter. We got enough to sell in the marketplace. To make it. We're beginning to make a living here.
That's good. I'm glad to hear you're selling in. I'm happy everything's going well for you and your family.
Well, I'm glad to put that whole Orlane business behind us.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was a tough time for you.
He says, "Well, it's a bit early, but if you want to stay, we can get something. We can make something for lunch." It'll be, simple stuff, maybe not to your... I've heard you guys got a big fancy tavern in town, so maybe not the cooking you get up there, but it's good food. Simple, but good.
Any food is good food.
Speaking of, we'd love to see you up there at some point. You're more than welcome.
There's very quiet Cax here.
I was saying that they're more than welcome up there, and to come by anytime.
Well, yeah. Of course. Maybe once we get the last harvest in for the year and sell in the marketplace, we'll get enough money to sort of treat ourselves. Let's see. And then he's mentioned this as he's going back inside, and he's opening the door for you guys if you do want to stay for lunch. His wife, Anna, is sort of like washing her hands, getting ready to start making something. I don't know what poor fantasy farmers eat, but
Gruel.
yeah, probably some sort of a soup with like mostly potatoes and carrots and stuff like that. The kids are playing. The daughter asks you, Caxie, if you want to help her. You want to play with her dolls, and they're made out of like. They're not.
They have a dog?
No,
What-
dolls.
What is a dog?
Dolls.
Oh.
She's probably like 6. And they're like straw ones. They're not cloth ones or anything really fancy.
Can I? Oh, I wouldn't necessarily have that one. Never mind.
The boy has a toy sword that's made out of wood. And he's going around attacking invisible creatures.
Can I try and like teach him some stuff?
Yeah, you can definitely try to teach him some stuff. His sword is not a rapier, though. But
It's like it's a little dagger.
yeah, it's probably a dagger to you, or at most a short sword.
Yeah, let's go with dagger. I think I have proficiency with daggers, anyways. So
Don't give him a real dagger.
I'm not. No. He's
Daggers
a
are
small.
simple weapons.
What do you have? A knife? No.
Oh,
No, it's like I just want to like give him some tips and tricks. Like even
Yeah.
though it's still like a toy sword, I can still teach him some lessons.
He's like he's in his own fancy word. He's like, take that, dragon, ha!
I fought a dragon too, you know.
So when you say that, his eyes grow really big, and he asks you all about it. He's like, how big was it? What color was it? Was it scary? Did it breathe
was scary.
fire?
Didn't breathe fire, breathed acid. Can I show it? Like, is it okay if I have like one of the scales in my pocket? Like nothing that would be like sort of like advantageous to me, that just like a small souvenir from the dragon. Nothing
Yeah.
like
Probably like
that
a
would give me
shard.
something mechanics wise.
When you guys attacked the dragon,
You have your sword.
You have venom fang.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
I
exactly.
do.
It's not a dragon fang though.
And like Nat has the things to go get armor or
Yeah.
whatever.
You
Stuff.
probably
Yeah, but that's
you
not
probably,
with us.
You
Like,
probably
I just
picked
want
up
like a
if you
non-mechanical.
wanted a souvenir, probably like a splinter of a scale, not enough to craft armor out of, but like it probably splintered during your fight against
Yeah,
it.
like half a scale.
And you can definitely show him that. He goes, "Wow," and he's like, "Oh, it's rough."
Yeah. Can I like try and break it in half, or like take off a piece
Half
of it
a
and give
half
it
a
to him?
scale.
You would need that's not a strength check. It would probably be, you need a weapon or a tool to do so.
Well, good thing I've got some tools. I'm gonna pick its lock.
No, you can, if you have a weapon, you can definitely try to shave off a piece.
Yeah, I'd shave it off with my dagger. Okay, so let's see. That's 1d4 plus 4 piercing damage. Would it be like a... I figure out what size of a chunk to take off with damage, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling I don't need to roll an attack on this.
No, you're not gonna miss. Unless you want to roll attack and critical fail, a chance to cut off one of your fingers.
Let's see. This is gonna be funny. It's a nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, normally there'd be some sawing, but you just deftly slice through it.
Yeah, I break off like a quarter of it, and I give him like a little slice of it.
Wow!
Don't lose it.
I'm not. I'm gonna put this in my room. And he runs back inside to put it in his room really quick. And then Caxir, the daughter, is showing her different dolls, and she's like, this one is the princess, and this is her friend who's a knight, and they go on adventures together.
Oh yeah.
What are their names?
I'm sorry, what?
Come on, Nate. What are their names?
Oh, the kids' names or the dolls' names?
The dolls' names.
Oh God. Why do you do this to me?
It's my job as your player.
She would... Okay, so her name is gonna be... she would say this is... the princess's name is Isolde, and the knight's name is Tristan.
Nice.
Nice.
Sorry, can you say that again? You were cutting out.
Oh, sorry, Tristan and Isolde.
Cool. Okay. I don't know how to interact with children. I'm sorry.
It's fine, but she says you can play with one if you want, and
Which one do you want me to play with?
well, she thinks and she says, well, the princess doesn't know how to fight with a sword, but she knows magic.
Does?
Yes, and she helps the knight when they go fight monsters.
Shit, I want to do something, but I don't want to backfire.
And so,
Let me think.
and so because they live in a fancy castle, but sometimes a monster attacks the town, and they have to go help the people.
That's cool. What kind of monsters come by and attack?
She thinks, and she says for a moment, she says, well, today is a giant crab.
A giant crab?
Yes, it's very scary. Its eyes are looking around, and people are very scared, and it's clacking its claws. And it's walking all weird, and she begins to imitate how a crab walks.
Do you think I'd carry things from the ocean and like things that I like got over the years on the boat with me?
I would say probably something like a few shells and stuff like that. You might have a crab's claw in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I have a crab's claw, I'll give it to her. I just don't know what I would have on me. I probably would have grabbed something when we were. No, I obliterated the fish. Never mind. I would have grabbed whatever I could find in the down, there in Waterdeep.
Yeah, you guys were on that beach episode. You could probably definitely gotten something there.
Yeah, I would give her like a crab claw or something then.
Wow. And then she begins like using the crab claw in their play, and he's like, "Watch out, Easel, it's the giant crab." And then she's like moving the claw, and he's like, "Back, beast! Now you shoot magic at him."
Is she saying that to me?
Yes.
Shit, I don't know.
Be careful.
I'm not gonna hurt her.
Be
No, she's
careful.
she's telling you to have the doll shoot magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay.
Not actually. She doesn't know you can use magic. She doesn't assume you use it before.
Fireball.
I can't create anything with Tom Fisher's set of mind. I'll just like continue playing along as long as she wants me to. Before we have to leave.
Yeah, well, if you want to stay for lunch, you guys can.
Oh right.
Like they're playing while the mom's preparing lunch and Anna and Alan are preparing lunch essentially.
I was muted. I'm very sorry.
Did you see my DM?
Yes. Okay, so when Caxier casts has the doll cast the spell or whatever, I'm just gonna cast Prestidigitation to make like sparks fly out of the doll, like it's casting a spell on the crab claw.
Okay, so if you want to hide this, make a sleight of hand.
Oh, I've got that sleight of hand though.
There's
Plus
there's a chance you could critically fail or get a 2.
That's a 10 plus 7, so 17.
Okay, yeah, that's not the full kids. So you barely covertly cast Precipitation, and sparks fly out of the hands of the doll, and she goes, "Wow!" And she's like, "Magic!" And then, but then she is her eyes full of wonder, but she incorporates that, and she's like, "Take that!" She's like, a lightning bolt from Isolde hits the crab, and it goes, "Ah!" And it dies, and the people are saved. And as this sort of play is finishing up, is when Anna calls for kids to wash their hands. It's time to eat. And they again extend the invitation to you guys. As in Caxier and Indy.
So What?
They extend the invitation to you if you want to join them for lunch.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. So you guys sort of sit down for lunch and have a good old time, catching up with the Claibornes. All right. While you're doing that, we go back to Nat and Eveline. Rashemi, what are you doing during this time period? Nat and Rashemi are going to the blacksmith to see if they can craft something out of these dragon items they have. You guys got. What is Rashemi doing? If you're still with us.
Yes. I guess he is at Clinks and Drinks. And what time of day is it again?
It is lunchtime now.
Lunchtime.
You can
He
come
may
with
be
if you
like-
want.
Sorry?
You can come with if you want.
You were going to look at the dragon scales?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the naming and decorating
We're gonna
of the
name-
cart as well. Walk and
Mhm.
talk, you know.
Yeah, sure. I'll follow after them. Probably in the morning I was training with my new sword. You see him like
Ooh.
eat like a couple of raw eggs, like Rocky style. Just horrible.
Oh, please stop.
And after
I
that,
hate it. I hate it
You
so
get them out
much.
from the pantry, and your cook Harlow says, "You
I
know
love
what?
it
I can."
so much.
Harlow says, "You know I can cook those for you, right?"
I need the protein to.
Gotta cook out the nutrients.
You do you, man. Luckily, we have some clerics on the payroll in case you get sick.
Eats the eggshells, just shoves them, just throws them right in there.
What's Rashemi's intelligence?
It's not bad. It's
It's obviously pretty bad,
I mean,
It's
people
attack-
actually do that, so I mean, it's not like the stupidest thing in the world.
but it's
Yeah.
still pretty dumb.
it's
And
part of his.
Harlow shrugs
the
and gets back to
texture,
prepping
man.
for lunch.
Yeah, it's part of his routine, I guess.
No, I was asking because I wanted to figure out if you're the smartest person to help us name the cart.
Oh, absolutely. About as smart as you are, I think. I'm just a 10.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
2 10s and a 9. Let's get this done.
All right. Yeah, the three of you make your way back up to, make your way up to, up the long road north of town to T18 and T17, where the two blacksmiths are. For those that missed this or just joined us, one is named Gelrin Fohammer. He is a dwarf and he specializes in armor. And there's Harriet Uldenath, who is a female woman, and she specializes in weaponry and stuff like that. But they both also do everyday stuff like horseshoes and forks and knives, mugs, anything basically you can make out of metal as well.
Is this happening while Indy and I are eating lunch?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to want to go to the armor place because we don't need any weapons. We're good on that front, right?
I am pretty good.
Yep, me too now.
We look at Evelyn.
This is just both of us
Standard
holding
ham-
magic weapons.
Just standard mall. Or,
Save it again.
We got our special stuff. We're feeling good.
Talking about, we don't need to go to the weapons.
We're part of the
We're
club.
just standing here with her.
I mean, I have,
Magic
but no,
weapons.
wait, no, it's good because I have my magic shield.
Yeah, we're feeling
That's
good. We're like strutting.
Yep. Magic item
Sure
club.
feels
Because,
good
like-
to have ultra
Abe-
powerful gear.
Like, Evelyn would love a better physical weapon if she had to hit somebody. Because she just has a mace, but she
I mean,
can't
you
use
can-
anything heavier. So a cooler mace would always be cool. But at the same time, she magic shields. She's a really cool magic shield. So,
Oh yeah, don't we have an extra +1 greatsword now? We should sell it
But
while we're out.
oh,
No one wants
not a
it.
bad idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
What
anybody
are we gonna
can.
do with 2 greatswords?
Yeah, what are you
this
gonna do
isn't
with two
WoW.
great
This
swords?
isn't WoW. You can't Titan's grip this, okay?
Actually,
What
we
if
should
there's
hold
one's
on to
finesse?
it.
Why?
We should hold on to it just in case something happens to something else and we need an extra great
There's a
sword.
soul inside of his. Okay, how can you even suggest that?
Yeah. Rashemi, you do hear that Vera is humming as you guys are walking along the way to the blacksmith.
Vera isn't jealous of the other sword.
Oh yeah.
I forgot your sword
Are you
talks.
swinging someone else?
No, I wouldn't do something like that.
Are you cheating on me?
Is it a song I'm familiar with? Maybe like one from.
It's probably like an old song from Rashemin that she's humming.
I probably start humming it too. Then as we're walking.
And it's about.
What's it sound like?
Oh man, you want me to make
What
a
does it sound like?
name?
Make
I
a
can-
song. Sing.
I
and
Sing now.
songs.
Command it.
I can do it. It'll go.
Okay.
That's it.
That's great.
That's it.
I love it.
Wonderful.
I don't know how well that came out over
Wait,
the audio.
you have you introduced
It
Vera?
was really good.
Have you introduced Vera to Aveline yet?
He probably forgot.
Because I know you've introduced it to Nat and
Yeah, my best
No, I
friend.
and
remember.
Rex.
I remember. It was right after the encounter,
Yeah,
and
they
like
were
you got
there.
the thing. Yeah, and it was floating around talking to you. We could somehow hear it.
No, it was
I remember you were talking to your sword.
yeah, he was talking
Told me
out
it was
loud
Dave.
to it. It was a one-sided conversation though. You didn't hear whoever was on the other side.
You're welcome to ask.
Yeah. Mid hum, Vera stops and says, "Wait, I don't think I met one of the people walking next to you."
Rashad maybe will stop and be like, Aveline, this may come as a shock to you, but there is a person in my sword. So if I talk to someone, but there's no one around me, I could just be talking to myself, but also it could be the person in my sword, just as a precaution. I was letting you know.
I feel like I insight checked him at the thing when he was
probably
talking to his
did.
sword before. I probably did.
Her name is Vera.
Like
she wanted
Vera? Like Vera, you're the cleric you really like, and she's really cute.
Who's this now? is what you hear, Rashemi, in your head?
You could draw that conclusion. I don't see the similarity between the two names, unfortunately, but you know that could be an apt.
Vera and Vera, it's the
Oh,
same
look,
name.
we're here.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this person. Who is she?
Hey, look, guys, we're here.
We're here at the place.
Your sword begins vibrating angrily.
Actually, you guys can go on ahead if you'd like. I have a call I need to take.
Oh, what?
I pick up my.
You're gonna start yelling?
Sword, put it to my ear. Hello. Let me just get somewhere, and I walk off the path to off the road into the distance.
Okay.
I'm laughing.
All right, we'll get to your conversation. You have some
Sure,
explaining to
that'll be
do,
great.
but
That'll
let's
be
go.
fun.
What do Nat and Evelyn want to do at the blacksmith? I'm assuming you're going to Gelrin, the armor smith.
Yes. I like to
And
go and tell him I've got some dragon scales here. I'm wondering if you can do anything with them.
Yeah, you walk up, you see him working. He's a very stout but broad-shouldered and well-muscled dwarf with a long, sort of a thick brown beard, and you see him like banging his hammer on the anvil, and the hiss of metal being cooled, and he looks like he's working on numerous things at once, but he's still working. He says, "Hi, what can I do for you?" And that's when you mention the dragon scales, and then he didn't stop when he was saying this when you were talking, but as soon as you mentioned dragon scales, it's dead stop. And he turns to face you, and there's a gleam in his eyes.
Oh.
And he says, "Dragon scales, you say? How many?"
We have 6 scales and 2 fingers worth, because they still got scales on those.
Hmm. He's thinking for a second. And he says, what type of dragon?"
Green.
Hmm. He thinks some more.
Acid breath, real nasty type.
Um, and he's thinking some more, and he says, "Well, he says the fingers there will probably be more useful as a weapon due to the claws than a piece of armor. You want to talk to Oldenath there across the way. As far as the scales go, I don't think ye have enough for a suit of armor unless ye a small creature. But I can fashion you a shield."
And what can you... Being of such, rare material, will this shield do anything special, or will it just be a shield?
It will, he thinks it'll probably function as a magically enhanced shield, while probably also granting you resistance to whatever breath weapon the dragon had.
All right. What are you thinking cost-wise for this?
Now here is where I look up. So I'm looking at magic item prices. The So there's a post in the PHB/Dungeon Master guide about prices, but I'm trying to find it.
Let me open up my books.
I just know it's between 100 and 500 for
Yeah.
a common item.
So dragon armor, you're saying?
Well, it's
Well, it's
gonna
not
be.
actual
It's
dragon
basically going to be a +1 shield with some bonuses tacked on. The resistant to poison damage. Okay, base prices. Here we go. So it's probably going to be a +1 is uncommon for a weapon, right? Yeah. So he says, well, it's an honor to work with a creature, such a rare and prized material like dragon scales. So it's for a shield of this, magically enhanced shield to this, I'd probably charge you 600 gold, but due to the honor of working with dragons scales, I'm willing to make it sell to you, and you provide the materials of 500.
All right. And how much would you perhaps buy, or, well, not so much buy, but knock off the price if I gave you this one, and I'll hold up my +1 shield that I have now?
He says, I'll knock off 300.
Ooh.
So it should be 200 gold.
I got turned to Halen because I mean it's like it's not really my money. So
Not my money.
It's not my
it's
money,
all
and
of
I
our
don't need it
monies.
now.
I mean, okay. So Evelyn's thinking, and she goes, "It's." Can she insight check to make sure like the shield will actually like do all the things he said the shield will do?
You can insight and see if he's lying.
Yeah, that's
As
what I
far
want
as
to
the
know.
magical properties, that'd be an Arcana, or if you're proficient with blacksmithing, that also would blacksmithing tools. You could also make a check with those if you were proficient in those. But this would be an insight check
I
to see
don't
if he's
have
lying, though.
those precisions at all.
Yeah, you can just make an insight check to see if he's lying about what the shield will do.
13.
13 is not great,
Since I'm proficient in insight, I'll go ahead.
but
Yeah, I was like, I
That's-
rolled a 5 on the.
That's an 18 for me.
okay, yes. So you think that this you haven't met him before, but you're fairly certain that he seems to be an upstanding, citizen, and he's like middle aged for a dwarf, and his dialect is that of a native. His accent, sorry, is that of a native of Triboar. So he's probably lived here his whole life, and you can't live in a place and work as a blacksmith your whole life by cheating people.
Right.
So
So Evelyn's concern is that like Nat is talking about giving him their +1 shield, right? To sell it.
yes,
And I'm all like, I want to make sure you're at least getting a +1 shield back. Is my
Yes.
concern. Like she doesn't. You don't. I don't want like as your a party healer person. I don't want your defenses to go down.
well, he sees your sort of your
Yeah.
you're trying to size
Like,
him
my
up
left-
like it's a fair shake. He says, "I assure you, madame, that it will." He says it will protect the Tabaxi's person as well as the shield they currently own, and better against poison.
All right.
Is it
So-
my tabaxi friend immune to poison already and disease?
No, I can't get diseases. I have nothing for poison.
Okay, just wondered.
Okay, and now is when I would like to use my channel divinity. I forget what it's called to give myself.
Oh, your persuasion shit.
Yeah, to give you +5 more to charisma persuasion checks.
Are you also
Do
going to use
it.
your horse person ability to try to lower the
No,
price
this
even
is a
more?
this is no. This is
I don't
not
think I don't have a hordes person ability that just lets me barter prices. I got one that lets me like call in carts and horses from like the whatever it's called, the main place headquarters. That's right. I don't. I think it's like it's. Nope. I never get anything to barter prices.
It's Emissary of Peace. As a bonus action, you grant yourself a +5 bonus to charisma persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
All right. Yeah,
Basically,
you can get discounts on items in the trades goods or mounts and vehicles.
Yeah, that's the one.
But this is a magic item, so it would be
Yeah.
definitely so you're at current cost with the trade, and with him having the honor of working dragon scales, you're at 200 gold
Mm-hmm.
as a cost to you.
So basically, I'm going to then put this old shield. Nat's hobby is basically maintaining weapons and armor. So basically, their
I love
old
it, it's
shield
great.
that is nothing. That's just a shield and their great sword that they bought at the beginning. And they'll say, we'll do all this for 150 and 150.
And you get the persuasion roll.
Wait,
Persuasion.
wait,
This is
wait,
plus
how much-
11.
Wait,
What's that?
how much will he knock? Oh, so you're saying give him just the great sword and the thing and 150?
I'm saying plus 1 shield, my old shield, and the great sword, plus 150.
Why can't you just do an even trade?
Because I mean, a shield is worth like what, 5 gold? I'm just
I think it's like 10.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, a greatsword is worth 50, so that's quite a bit. But still, that's not
Aelin's
worth
trained to knock it down to make you like not pay 150 plus like.
Can I
this
make a
and that.
persuasion check without actually naming a price to see what the name?
Like, I'll
'cause I
trade
don't
you
wanna- I don't
this
wanna
for
go with
this.
the thing.
Yeah, you can just probably you can try a fair trade and see what based on your persuasion check what you
Yeah, all right.
sort of.
This is plus 11. Dirty 20.
All right.
Nice.
So he says he's looking at you over, both of you. He looks from you to you, and he says, "Tell you what, you've helped the town out a little bit. You know, you're good natured folk, more or less, um, and I think that we'll have a long and fruitful relationship headed down the road. So." And he's sort of thinking. He says, I can't do a fair trade, but how about 75 gold?
I would say that is a deal.
And then
Give it to money. We got to remove all these items from.
you guys shake on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, and you hand over the dragon scales, and he says, it'll take. He's looking them over and like checking the quality of them, and says, give me 3 days. And,
All right.
payment on delivery.
Now I regret getting rid of my shield too. Because now I just have no shield.
You can bring it back then. He says payment and trades upon delivery.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, then. Let me put it all back in my inventory then.
Yeah, I don't want to rob you of mechanical benefits of your item without giving you the other one.
I could check it. I'm gonna. Okay, what is 1,037 minus 75?
Session of D&D to tell you that the Patriots lost.
Yes.
Wait, I thought everyone in the Northeast loved the Patriots.
And someone from Massachusetts.
Like that's like your.
I'm from the Northwest.
I meant like Ron and Rex and Joanna and Hannah. They all live up there.
Patriots suck.
So I thought they would all be like Patriots, yeah. Or is that more Bostonites?
It's mostly Massachusetts, honestly. I just don't root for them. So
I was just interrupting D&D to tell you that it was very exciting for a Ravens fan right now.
All right.
yeah.
Go Ravens.
Also playing Tennessee next week. Okay.
Now, well, I've got this.
Give me time to do math.
While I've got this thing going, because it lasts for 10 minutes, I would also like to propose a sort of I guess just a deal.
Sponsorship opportunity?
Kinda. That it involves that. But basically for I would like to give you basically a down payment for some plate armor. All right. And basically I will continue to give you payments until I've paid it off, plus a little bit extra, for your troubles.
Talking about a layaway system.
I didn't quite hear what you said there.
It says you're talking about layaway.
I don't know what that is, but yes.
He goes, it's not, it occasionally happens for more expensive items that are crafted. I mean, you've set down some roots here in Triboar, so I'm not afraid of you exactly, up and running off. So I'm sure I can do that. I'll need to take your measurements though.
Right. So basically, what I'm asking is, so you name the down payment price, all right? And then how about we say I'll give you an extra 100 gold onto the whatever your price is. That will eventually be paid off.
I gotta look up how much plate armor costs.
So basically, with the plus
I think it's 1,200.
I tell Nat before we walked in there that I had a shield that he could have if you needed to, whatever, I have a shield for you.
So
Oh,
you're
I'm
basically
keeping
saying
it.
1,600 gold.
To be paid off eventually.
Well, he says standard down payments for such a thing is usually 10%.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, that's only 150. So I think that's. What do you do? You think the rest of the group is going to throw a fit? Right? We'll still have what?
Just
Calculating
still like
again.
have like 800 gold probably.
Yeah, we'll still have like 800 gold.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting different armor too. So
I take out 25 gold out of my own personal stash and I give it for the down payment. For now.
Oh, you. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Well, and at least, help even out a little bit. Plus, if you're more protected, then maybe I can get stronger somehow, and then,
Oh, also, real quick, I'll pull out chainmail out of my hordes person bag.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you can have this too.
Okay.
So
So with chainmail, he would have dropped the price to 50 gold for the shield then.
for the shield, I already
Yeah.
subtracted the gold, so I'll just add back 25.
Yep.
I mean, I could just give you my shield too, because I have an extra shield, but I'm going to hold on to it.
Well, I get to keep my shield until I get
the fact that like
I'm still going to hold on to my shield because you never.
Dual
Right.
shields. With no additional
shields.
bonus.
Yep.
no one can get through me.
Okay, finally get this chainmail out.
Yeah, just all the
I'll
faff.
just wear,
Just
I'll
all
just
the
wear
faff.
2 shields, but I'll have a +4 shield. So only the one of them actually works.
Okay, and then he wants 150 for the down payment for the
Yes.
I've
thing.
given you 25.
So I need to subtract 1, so that means we have 8. So what's 62 minus 25?
Indy,
I-
please.
Alexa, what's 62 minus 25?
Oh my god.
Too late, I've already done
Indy,
it.
6
37.
loud.
minus 25 is 37.
Oh,
All right, so
thank
we
you,
still
Siri.
have 837.
Yeah, and did you add the 25 that
Yes,
Evan?
I only subtracted 125.
you can't with the crinkling?
I already added. I only subtracted
Sorry,
120.
I didn't realize that was audible.
150 needed down payment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
just wanted to
total,
make sure,
basically,
but
your total cost right now, just out of pocket, is 50 for the
Mhm.
shield and 150 for the down payment on plate armor.
Yes.
All right. Make sure we're all, up to speed.
Mhm.
Okay. And he takes your measurements real quick. And
Real quick, does he accept payment in jewels? Because I do have that in separate.
he makes a face at that, and he says, "If I was in a bigger city than this, like Silvery Moon or Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, I could, but we don't really use jewels for payment around here. It's gold and silver.
Just wondering.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you out with that."
No problem. You've done plenty already. Yeah.
All right. Is everyone, you guys good with the smith?
Oh, I need to get rid of the scales now, though, right?
Yes, he does need to work on those.
Yes. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put in a little thing. So wait, I still owe. So keep looking at the
He's still 50 gold to him on completion of the shield. It'll basically function as an armor of resistance, but just tack that onto a +1 shield, but for poison.
So I
That
still
sounds
owe him
dope.
1,450 gold for the armor.
Yes. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully, you'll get it done by Christmas in game.
Yep. I'm just gonna write
Candle nights.
in debt. Which I mean, I could definitely pay him more right now.
Yeah, but that's.
But I mean, it's
You
not
might
like
want to consult the party before.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not like giving it to him earlier is going to do anything.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. You guys finish up your business with Gelrin. He takes your measurements, and you're on your way. Along the way back
Where's Rashemi?
to Clinks and Drinks, you see Rashemi talking to his sword. Rashemi. Vera says, "So who's this girl I hear about? Whose name is suspiciously like my own?"
I was surprised too. But she was just a comrade of this company I joined in your absence, and uh, she reminded me of you in some ways, but I mean, mostly her name more than anything. But I'd only met her a few times since joining this troop.
She's
I
giving you
don't know
like the
what Aveline was on about.
if
But,
she had a face, she'd be giving you the eye.
yeah, but Rashemi, like, I mean, a lot of Rashemi's actions towards Vera were out of respect more than anything
Yeah.
else.
And she's like, "You sure about that? Nothing going on between you two I should know about." Huh?
Aveling walks by and goes, she called him like Queen of Mistra or something, or Chosen of.
You don't even know what we're talking about.
I hear the word Vera and I just yell Chosen of Mistra. It doesn't matter.
I say, she is a chosen of Mistra, which is probably what brought me back to my days in Rishaman, thinking of the Wicklaren, but I don't think she has any affiliations with the homeland. Just a memory of a bygone time.
And there's a pause, and she goes, and then she's like, "Okay, if you're sure, I'll trust you." Actually, I forgot. She'd be calling you. She would not be calling you Rashemi. She'd be calling you your actual name.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sorry, I'm so used to calling you Rashemi. I don't know. Cora.
Yeah.
She would be calling you Cora this whole time, not Rashemi.
Yeah. I would say I'm sure like you two would get along famously. So I hope you get to speak with her sometime soon.
She says, "We'll see it." She says, "We'll see."
There's so much world for you to see out here.
And Rashemi is able to placate his sword that stops buzzing angrily at him.
Thank God.
New sword, who dis?
And yeah, you guys and Caxer and Indy has finished up lunch, and Nat and Aveline and Rashemi have come back from.
Wait, do we have to go use the fingers to go get like cool weapons or something?
Smith. You can always go to Harriet.
We could. Let's see if we can get you a new mace.
Oh. She makes that sound.
Sure, why not? You coming, Rashemi? Or you still got?
Rashemi, you're the person who knows weapons. You have to come.
I will accompany you. I was not talking about anything. And we're back.
I don't even believe him. Like, I don't even going to roll an insight check on that because I just don't believe him.
All right, and you guys make your way to Harriet, Olden Ass Place. It's right across the way from Gelrin on the map. I believe his is T18 and hers is T17. If I have like a no, yeah, hers is T17. And much like how Gelrin is working, was working, you see her working as well. Just a thick blacksmith's apron on, and she has like braided brown brunette hair, but it's sort of tied back to not get in her way. And she looks at you guys and says, "So what can I do for Team Soteria on this fine fall day?"
We have some dragon fingers that we're looking to make into
Something cool.
maybe maybe a mace. You know how dragon fingers are going to do that, but we'll see.
She says, "They won't.
Yeah. Oh well.
I can make a war pick, or a bladed weapon, a short sword or a long sword. Maybe maybe an axe. I don't know how I'll make a bludgeoning weapon out of something that rends and pierces. If you figure out how, you'll be a better blacksmith than I."
I don't know. War pick looks cool, and it's still got a blunt edge.
And who's the weapon for?
Those are Aileen.
And then she looks her over. What is a war pick? It's still a. Oh no, it's a martial weapon. Is Aveline proficient in martial weapons?
Evelyn is not professional in martial weapons. She's only proficient in simple.
Dang, I thought it was like a pickaxe.
She looks at her and says, "I don't think your lady friend there will be able to wield a war pick. No offense."
I can use anything on. Oh,
Maybe a spear? She says, "Maybe a spear." Or a javelin.
Oh, doesn't Rashemi use javelins?
Or
I use
he's
javelins.
like, maybe a hand axe? Could take some doing.
Hand axe could. Would it be both for one weapon?
Oh, it'd be one for one.
Ooh. Maybe the javelin and a dagger is a good idea then. I look at Nat and say a couple, like, if you had a javelin and our friend Caxier had a dagger, what properties would these weapons be granted, do you think?
Nah, just think, does Caxier need more daggers? Like,
Yeah,
Like
she
Aveline
magically
used to have
produces
just like
them.
infinite daggers. Just like in their mind is Caxier just like constantly pulling out daggers.
She sits upon a
If you-
throne of
if you-
daggers.
If you look at their character sheet, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daggers plus a scimitar.
That was before they got the gauntlet too. Those were
Yeah,
mundane
like come on, we
daggers.
gotta let Aileen have a good weapon. So which of
I
those
don't
sounded
really
good to you?
use the weapon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like everybody else does.
She has, I believe she's only used her mace maybe once or twice.
I don't use it.
All right, well, it's up to you guys.
Like it's kind of my last ditch resort thing. You know, if people get too close. And then
Alright.
if they get too close and I have the ability, I kind of like to drain their life force. She says really innocently.
All right.
I attack their
Kind of
life
like
force
that,
directly.
Oh boy. Oh, my
True,
thing's
though.
very bad. I probably sound like a robot.
It's not hard.
Oh, is
I
this up
wonder
there?
if-
Yeah.
Can Rex use anything like defensively?
No.
Wizards are
So, I was
weird.
gonna say.
They're like, they can use like daggers, quarterstaffs, darts,
Can they really?
slings.
I didn't think they could use anything.
It's like, they can't use any martial, and it's like selective simple items they can use.
I thought that was like
Goes to
sorcery
Rex's
thing.
profile.
Like they can use a little bit.
You can look and see what he can use. It's like,
Crossbow,
Um,
light, dagger, dart, quarterstaff, or sling.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Quarterstaff or sling.
I
Because I pulled up
Sling
Rex's character
sounds
sheet.
fun.
Yeah, but you can't make a sling with a dragon's finger claw though.
No, but it would be really cool to put on like a quarterstaff.
At that point,
Like,
you would just
Yeah, it'd be a spear.
make the most sense to just stab them with the talon.
Yeah.
I think we should just make a couple of daggers and give one to Rex and one to Aveline just in case you ever need them.
See, that's not a bad idea, says Joe.
Or well, would you prefer something other than a dagger? You don't have to do that. You could do like javelin or hand axe. Both be better than a dagger.
I do always keep a hand axe or two on me.
Yeah, sure.
I'm looking
Very
at
well.
my literal thing.
And she says, "Listen, no matter what you want made, it'll probably do the equivalent damage to a mundane item, and it might add a little bit of damage based on the dragon type."
Yeah, green dragon.
Oh, good. The most useful kind.
That's how I feel about it.
Is acid bad?
No, it's poison. Green is
Poison.
poison. Poison is the most resisted.
so many things are allergic.
Poison.
Not allergic.
Poison is the
Like,
most
don't-
resisted and
why
most
did I say
immune type of
allergic?
damage in the game,
It makes me
followed
so
by
angry.
fire.
Can we just get the gold?
It's poison and then fire for most resistant
I'm
damage
just
type
saying,
of game.
two people don't have magical weapons, so
They
no
wouldn't
matter
be
how
magical.
lame they
I
are,
have a
they
magical
wouldn't-
sword. Or, I'm sorry, a shield. It's like a
Yeah, he's talking about overcoming resistances, though.
Yeah, but you said they'd be mundane, right?
Yeah. No, she says
So
no matter what, when it'll be a magical item when she makes it. That's what he's saying. She says it'll deal damage equivalent to the mundane one with an extra bit of poison damage, basically.
Well, let's figure out how much they cost, because I mean, if nobody's ever going to use them, hold on it.
This is where I go back to, and she says, he says, they won't exactly be high-end magic items. In parentheses, rare. More of the more common ones. So how does 400 for each sound?
Yeah, I think we're kind of set on the magic items, or magic weapons, at least. I don't think we need to spend our gold.
I think we could hold on to it. Maybe use it as a barter item or something later.
Yeah, I feel
Like, as much as it'd be super cool, like,
Mhm.
I just don't think it's useful right now.
All right, so
That's
thank you
wisdom
for
talking.
your help, but I think we're going to have to pass today. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me grab some more javelins. So I
She shrugs
think
and
I threw a
says,
couple of focus. I always forget to go and pick up.
whatever, she says, whatever suits ya. She says, javelins are 5 silver each.
Do you have any fancier javelins? Like magic-y javelins?
You wanted, we
Plus
got
one
magically
javelin?
enhanced javelins. Those will be, you're talking about gold then, not silver.
Like, one that can do cool damage and zap people, maybe?
Javelin of lightning. I gotta look at the rarity of.
Just picking something off the top of my head.
No, you know that one. If it's uncommon,
there
they
is
have
actually a javelin.
they have a few uncommon here. She says, I don't have one on me, but I might be able to make one for you eventually.
Weapons of warning are always a good idea. They do take an attunement slot, though. So
Yeah, so it is. Basically, I said already that they can make +1 to anything, no problem for you. But if it's anything more than that, they can make uncommon items for you. Some certain uncommon items, but you need to give them time.
Cause like,
And you won't find any
my
rares in
alien's thought
Triboar.
is like, if you're just gonna get a javelin to throw it away, you might gonna get something more. Like
yeah, I
durable.
mean, I just use here. Well, I don't even need them anymore because like I used to just have them for a ranged option, but now I can do vines.
You could always
Yeah,
attach the
guess I
javelin
did.
to the vines and then use the vines to stab somebody.
They kind of just like appear and die. They don't stick around for long.
Anyway, he says for a normal javelin, it's 5 silver. Plus 1 javelin, probably 300 gold. Javelin that does zappy zaps, as you called it, 400 gold pieces.
Could we make the javelin that does zappy zaps and then attach the dragon thing to it?
She thinks for a bit and shakes her head. She says, "I'm maybe a better weaponsmith or wizard would be able to do such a thing, but it's beyond my capabilities."
That was a thought. It's up to you. Like, if you need the weapon, you need the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need this anything fancy like that. If you wanted to just have it, then I mean, we could probably swing it.
I don't need it.
All right. Well, they'll put down 1 gold just from their own pocket, and they'll take 2 javelins.
All right. She hands you 2 javelins, like grip first.
Back up to 5 of them. Strap them on my back.
They're probably
Off
as
we
tall
go.
as you are.
Probably about. Let's see. Javelin. Why would it give you useful information? I can just tell you.
She says, "Well, if you ever change your mind about the dragon claws, let me know."
Will do. Have a good one. That one. I think we'll just head back, right?
Yep. And you guys all slowly sort of make your way back to Clinks and Drinks after you've done your errands or visited people or whatnot. It's early to mid-afternoon now. And it also is getting fairly late as well. So if you guys want to continue, that's fine. I know we did start late, but if you want to just... I think it's a good stopping point for the session.
I agree with stopping point.
We're going to pick up next week.
Mm-hmm. Will the... forget, I'll just make it anyways. Whether or not it's actually done by then. Make my shield.
Is that good for everyone?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Reminder that Chip and I will not be here next week. We will be watching the Patriots. I'm sorry, the Titans play the Ravens.
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't they lose?
Look, my brain hurts, guys.
All right. Thanks,
No,
everyone.
that's no problem.
So we will be at the football game.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for playing.
Fun.
And thanks, everyone, for watching. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I did get a report that we had some audio problems with players' audio. Hopefully, that is fixed. I did do a test to see, and it seems to have worked. But hopefully, fingers crossed that that is fixed and audio is better for everyone, so you can hear everyone in the recording on this. We post on YouTube. All right. Bye.